we could talk to the orca and the salmon in the Salish Sea and the rivers, whether we were invited here, they would probably say we ruined our welcome because we've destroyed almost everything that once was. Everything. Everything points back to salmon because it's like a web, it's all connected. And the ripple effect is severe, it's catastrophic. And that's the time we're in right now.
The southern residents are unique because they're the only killer whale that has chosen to survive mostly on just Chinook. They will eat other salmon, but Chinook is their main diet. And the Chinook numbers have just dwindled down to a part where they can't sustain them and they can't sustain us. My name is Ellie Kinley. That's my English name, and my traditional name is Tomas. And I'm an elected official to our Lummi Natural Resources and Fish Commission here at Lummi. I'm a tribal member and a commercial fisher. We consider ourselves the Salmon People, but it's much bigger than that. Back in the 80s and 90s, we probably used to fish 60, 70 days out of the year. We fished 2.5 days last year. Who are we without salmon? It's a part of who we are. And I believe that you can see it when you drive around our reservation. You can see broken people. We are the largest tribal fishing fleet in the nation. And so when you start taking salmon away from us, what you end up with is broken people.
I'm Jay Julius, and I am a fisherman from the Lummi Nation, and I am also the president of the nonprofit organization called Sisila, which in Lummi language translates into our grandmother. This once free-flowing river that was a witness of the treaties of 1855 is now stagnant, is now a lake. And the snake needs to be freed in order for the salmon to survive, in order for the orca to survive.
We've been doing this. This is our 21st year of traveling with these poles. We started at 9/11, and from there it just kept going. My name is Douglas James. I'm from the Lummi Nation, part of the House of Tier Carvers. These poles, you know, they unite people. What we're doing this year is that we're just trying to stand in unity with all those that realize if we don't do something to save the salmon, they're going to be gone. there'd be no more.
For the Lummi people and the Pacific Northwest, and probably all tribes, we believe we're related to all things in creation. My name's Jewel James. I'm from the Lummi Indian Reservation. I'm the head carver for the House of Tears Carvers. The carving of the salmon on the totem is to remind us, that we have to have respect or the salmon will disappear. And then underneath the whale, when it's all assembled, there are 2 8-foot salmon that go underneath to hold it up off the ground. The whale, in this case, for the Lummi people, they were older relatives. It's a large whale. Then there's a baby whale on the nose of the whale. The little whale on the nose, that represents Tahlequah, her calf.
So Tahlequah had a baby that died shortly after birth, and then she proceeded to swim thousands and thousands of miles, pushing her baby up on her nose, and pushed her all around for everyone to see. And it was a clear message of, look what you've done. I can remember waking up and every day hoping, oh please let the baby go. And she continued to do it for, I can't even remember now, but I know it was over 14 days. It was heartbreaking.
We have created a catastrophic disruption, and the snake is just one of many. It used to produce some of the largest king salmon on this planet.
If we can't change it, they're going to disappear within 10 years. Because they're dying. The water's going to heat up even more, and they need to get upriver. We need to get these dams removed.
There are so few elders now that actually know of the life before the dams. My name is Maria Jim. I'm a member of the Lummi Nation tribe, and I live here in Celilo Village, Oregon. It used to be really, really loud here. Like YM means the echo off the rocks, and that's because when the falls was here, you could hear the falls echoing off of these rocks here. In legends, animals were people. And when the Creator created the first man and woman, we were fragile. We needed fur to cover our bodies. We couldn't live out in the elements with just our bare skin. So the Creator asked who would like to take care of these people. And the salmon was the first one to stand up and say, I will. I will swim up the river every spring and they can catch me. My flesh and my body will sustain their body so they can eat.
As Salmon people, we all have the tales of our women and our men who have sacrificed throughout time.
Because now people are aware of our situation. And still our people are semi-invisible.
Each one of your tribes has a legend, a story of the first foods. And we're called the Echo People. The roar of the falls echoes in our heart. It never left us.
So I truly believe that our water is blessed. I truly believe that our ancestors are here taking care of us.
My name is Nancy Shippentauer. My Indian name is Wakabo. I'm a 69-year-old great-grandma. I'm from the Puyallup and Tulalip tribe. My grandfather told us that there was a time when you could walk on the backs of the salmon across the river. That's how full these rivers were. He goes, now today they're dying. He goes, I'm going to tell you that when that salmon ceases to exist, we too will cease to exist. We will no longer be here.
Ayakui, Neknau, Amy Bowers Cordalis, Nuwak Rekwa, Numite Wawak Lao. That was an introduction in my own tribe's language, the Yurok tribe. We always lived on this land, and so we know how it works, and so if you want to restore something, regenerate something, you bring it back, and so going to the first peoples and saying like, well, how did it work, and how did you, indigenous people live here for thousands of years in a sustainable way that didn't harm it.
There's probably some teachings, instructions of how to carry on in a respectful way, in a right way. We're all in this together. We are all in this together.
At one time, we're all connected to the earth. North, east, west, and south, red, black, white, and yellow. And so every plant, every animal, every bird, every fish has something for you.
This is why she was carved, because our elders said that's one of ours.
We have to decide for future generations as to what type of world we're going to leave behind. And if we can make those changes during our generation, then we can pat ourselves on the back. But we have to be hopeful, and we have to believe that we can accomplish this, that we can encourage people to join with us.
We all have to put our differences aside and stand united, use your voice. Uitschwallowen, that it's to bring people together, to stand together. Uitschwallowen means to be of one heart and one mind.
I just think we need to reopen our hearts and our souls to that invitation, I think, that's coming directly from earth and land and water and all that's within. I think they're inviting you back. I think they're inviting us back to have that relationship. We want to live together. We need to live together. And we just need to be open, I think, to invite that back.